D23 with this weekend, and we got our first look at a few new projects that we've got coming out. But today, we're going to be talking about Daredevil Born Again. That is right. My most anticipated Marvel project next year. Not just TV show, not movie. My most anticipated Marvel project next year that we're getting. I'm a massive Daredevil fan. I love the original series so much. I was devastated when it was cancelled. Devastated. I didn't know how to go on. I was like, why Netflix? Why have you cancelled this amazing show? But through the power and magic of Kevin Feige himself and the fans, you got to say a big shout out to the Save Daredevil movement, because they was loud and vocal, and it worked. So, yeah, we've got some new footage of Daredevil Born Again. Not officially. It was someone taking a sly recording at D23. Thank you, whoever you are, because that means it gets shared with the world. So yeah, we're going to talk about the footage a little bit, what we saw, some standout moments in it, and what my thoughts are now going into Devil Born Again. After the rewrites, after the the reshoots, they scrapped most of this. This was supposed to come out already, I believe. So they've scrapped most of this, and now they're going for let's get this right. Let's make the old show canon. Let's bring back Karen. Let's bring back Foggy. So yeah, let's just jump into reviewing this trailer and what we've seen. Yeah, the footage it's not perfect, so we might have missed some things, but let's just say, tonally, from what I've seen in this, perfect. Perfect. I'm happy with the tone. The little character conversations that we had, between Fisk and Matt, and he says to him, so if I step out of line, will it be you who comes to me, or your darker half? And then we just get this crazy, bloody action montage, and it's just letting us know, like, guys, we ain't holding back. This is Daredevil. So really good to see that stuff. It does look like the action's gonna be there. It looks like the face-to-face conversations, these deep character moments that we got in the first show. Like, a lot of people don't like Karen, but my favourite moment, not favourite, but one of my favourite moments from the first show, is in season 3, when Karen sits down with Fisk and tells him, just says, yeah, I killed Wesley. And the tension in the room there is like, ooh, you could have cut it with a fucking knife. Look, obviously it was great seeing Vincent D'Onofrio back as well as Fisk. He was made to play that role. So anywhere we get to scatter him in the MCU and see him, I'm always going to be happy. Yeah, he was in Echo. Echo was okay, in my opinion, but whenever he was on screen, he shined. So, yeah. Kind of hoping he's going to be the villain in Spider-Man 4 as well. I really want a more grounded Spider-Man story as well with Daredevil. So, hopefully we can see a bit more. But anyway, it looks like they are going into that. Looks like we're going to get moments like this. Another great thing. We've seen John Bernthal back as Punisher. Yeah, we've seen the set pictures. We've already seen him in the costume. So it'd have been nice to have a little tease of that in the trailer. But they showed us a bit something different. It showed us a Frank who looks like he's gone back to his old ways. It looks like he's being a bit of a recluse. He's growing his hair out, growing his beard out again. He might be laying low, so maybe something happens to bring him out of retirement and he comes back as the Punisher. And obviously another great thing about John Bernthal being back in this is we get to have more scenes with him and Charlie Cox, because I don't want to say it, but maybe some of the best performances of both their career are together. On top of that roof in episode 3 of season 2. So we get some more dialogue like that. And the graveyard scene as well. How can I forget about that? That was just as good. But I think it gets forgotten about a bit because the fight one is the episode before, but the graveyard one in episode 4 as well is fantastic. So fingers crossed we get more moments like that. I'm hoping so anyway. We get some White Tiger stuff, I believe, and we get some Muse as well. The White Tiger stuff looks great, and the Muse fight looks really good as well. Little bits we've seen. Maybe I'm being hopeful, but it looks like this is season 4. It looks like it's season 4. Another one of my favourite moments from the original show is when Matt is fighting the Hand, and then Stick's speaking to him, and he's whispering because he can't hear the ninjas. So he says, "Don't listen for the heartbeats. You just got to listen for the breath. Sometimes I just got to exhale." And then when he digs a little bit deeper and finds that, and hears him, and he just comes back and absolutely kicks her ass. He does that scream. You see, maybe he kind of does that again in the show. So, yeah, in the middle of the trailer, and it looks like Matt's maybe going down into his basement or wherever he keeps his suits now, because he's got a few of them and he's got all the helmets lined up. I hope we see a few different variations of suit, actually, in the show. Usually I'm not one for that. I'm usually like, one suit, stick to it. It looks good. But I want to see a few more. Look, we've seen the mustard in She-Hulk. That worked for She-Hulk. But I won't mind seeing the full black suit, and not obviously the bandana around the head, which I do like that version as well, actually. If you can't tell, that way, if you can't tell from behind me, I do like that version. But yeah, but the main suit that, was out on the street and everything, I really like that. That actually looks a lot better now that it's gone through the post-production stuff and it's been digitally slimmed down, digitally changed. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the suit as well. For some reason, Kamala Khan's dad is in this. But it leads to it kind of like Matt Murdock's MCU catchphrase, which started in Spider-Man No Way Home, and you just see Matt brutally beat the shit out of someone, stick his broken glasses on, and then he says to him, "What kind of lawyer are you?" And Matt Murdock walks out the door and goes, "A really good one." So look, this kind of says to me as well, like, look, we are going to have a bit of fun with this show. We're going to show a new side to Matt Murdock. He's not just doom and gloom, which you want in the original show as well. I think that's what a lot of people misunderstand. Like, Matt Murdock's a funny guy. He can have a laugh, but when it's time to get to business, he's in the business. Look, I've just watched a really interesting interview with the whole cast, and look, they've said that it goes deeper than the original show sometimes, which obviously they're going to say that. They're trying to sell it. But they're not just trying to replay the greatest hits as well. They want to make it accessible to new audiences, which I get, but also honour it to the fans. Again, Kevin Feige got on stage. He said they're honouring, the show that came before, which is great. Now, which, they need to do, because this, it's like last time at D23, Daredevil Born Again got the biggest pop. The biggest. Because it's so well regarded and people love this show. And it looks like they might have could have possibly mess it up at one point. But it seems like they've got it back now. It seems like they've got it back. I'm hopeful. From what I've seen in this, leaked trailer, they couldn't have put it out at the same time as the Agatha trailer. It would have buried it. But anyway, from what I'm seeing, I'm liking it. I was at a stage where I was like, I need to see Captain America Brave New World to know if the Marvel ship has kind of righted its course. I'm happy with this trailer. Now, there's good trailers to bad things. Look at the original Suicide Squad. Some of the best trailers. And that film was not the best. Another great thing we found out on this panel is they are going into production on season 2 very soon, apparently. Now, to say very soon, maybe not as soon as we think. I believe it's February next year, which is still good. And, that says to me, look, they are happy with season 1. They think it's going to be a hit. Let's get season 2 already in the works before season 1 even comes out. So that's a great sign as well. Look, Marvel wouldn't have got confidence in something. It shows. They release it to critics early and let the critic, review it. Like the review embargo's like lifted like 3 weeks before the film comes out. Something like Deadpool and Wolverine is like, we've got a hit on our hands here. We ain't taking this off the slate next year. This can stay. This is great. So this is another one of them things where it's like, this is good. Let's get ahead of it so we've got another season coming so people don't have to wait too long and we can capitalise on the success of the first season. So it really does seem like they're going in that good direction now. And obviously they're doing TV different. They've got showrunners now instead of running it like a film. They're running it like a TV show, which it is. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, did you get a chance to see the Daredevil Born Again footage? Was you there at D23? I know I want to be there next time, because that's going to be just before Secret Wars comes out, so there'll be some interesting stuff happening then. So, yeah. Guys, jump down. Thank you for all the support on the channel lately. Me and Kyle have been over the moon. We've had a massive jump in subscribers. Well, to us, a massive jump in subscribers. A massive jump in views consistently as well. So, thanks. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel and comment what do you think of the footage if you got a chance to see it. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. And see you in the next video.